All right, so you all decide to head over to the mines, and yeah, there's a. You can tell it's abandoned. You start following the little mine. You start following the little minecart tracks, and yeah, it appears that there's some it appears that there's already some campground materials that were left here by previous travelers. Sometimes people are courteous like that.
How nice.
And they didn't leave a bunch of litter everywhere.
Okay, perception roll. I'm immediately checking these for traps.
Take only pictures, leave only footprints.
All right.
If I can find my character sheet.
So freaking paranoid. Okay, Hoshimi was still clinging to Adrian's back. She hates the cold so much, which is hilarious given her white fur.
I'll also roll a perception because I can.
I
have dark vision.
Come on.
Did he roll a 12?
Oh no.
Yes.
Back to the die hitting me, I see.
We're back, folks. Perception? Okay, hang on.
I'm just doing it to sort of give him a boost because I have dark vision.
So you're
It's
assisting.
easier.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Seven's really distracted right now.
All right.
Me, can I do anything? Nope. Ooh, that's bad. Actually, it's a single
hello.
7.
Hoshimi's too busy clinging to a warm body to bother.
All right. You do not detect any traps within the immediate vicinity.
Oh god, it's back.
Do I know of anything near the entrance of this mine that I would be able to warn them about? Anything specific?
Anything about the entrance of this mine?
Yeah,
nope.
creatures. Okay.
Every time you have come in here, there hasn't been any problems. It's just an abandoned mine.
I don't like when the DM says just an abandoned mine.
I mean, he's got a point.
No lies detected here.
We should be safe here, similar to the cave from before. So get comfortable and we will wait out the snow outside.
Okay.
Get your weapons ready and prepare, and make sure you have your will prepared. Understood.
Hoshimi's head kind of peeks out from the collar of Adrian's coat. And she looks nervously at Boulder.
Boulder looks at you, and he doesn't seem like surprised or thrown off in any way after the shape changing. Is there a problem?
After a minute, she kind of slides back down, and she crawls out from underneath Adrian's coat, and she changes back. I am not a story to be told. Understood?
Please, if I share the stories, they lose their value. These are from me and me alone.
Well, if we're on stories of me, I suppose that it might as well be my turn to tell a story, huh?
I appreciate it. And then Boulder kind of sits down in like a cross-legged position and just kind of waves a hand to begin.
Hoshimi comes and sits down like on her legs like she did before, like Japanese tea style.
Oh, like kneeling, but like all the way down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shylin leaves, walks away to give privacy.
Before I tell you anything, I want to be clear. I don't like telling stories about myself.
Then I consider it all the greater an honor.
Then... Thanks, Eagle. That's excellent backdrop. Then, suppose I'll tell you the story of a little girl who came to the Eastern Dominion 10 years ago, from a land far to the east. Since she was so young and in a land that was foreign, she struggled, and she was stuck on the streets because she didn't speak the local languages, and the only skill that she really had was dancing. It was difficult, to say the least. There were many days and nights where there was no food to be had. As any desperate child would, that girl eventually resorted to stealing. And while she got caught plenty at first, it didn't take her very long to learn how to slip between people's attention, grab what she needed, and slip away again. She became a proper thief after a while, even able to slip coin away from people without notice. After a little while, she got slightly bolder.
Boulder kind
She
of
began
cracks
to
a
even
smile.
take She began to even take things that she didn't necessarily need. At one point, she became so brazen as to attempt to sneak into a tavern's kitchen to steal a proper meal, which she hadn't had since before she fled her home. However, brashness is foolery, and the girl was caught. Even though she was terrified, to her great luck, the young lady that found her was very kind and sympathetic. And even more fortunate, she happened to speak the girl's language. For the first time, she could properly speak to someone, which was a pleasure she hadn't had for a very long time. The woman introduced herself as Yasmin, and despite her young age, she was the owner of the tavern, having inherited it from her own parents. The owner said the girl could sleep in a spare room out of the kindness of her heart, and even offered her a job as a barmaid. The thief girl eagerly accepted because she had always hated having to resort to being a petty thief. Yasmin taught the girl local languages, and the two gradually became good friends. After a long while of working as a barmaid and learning the local languages well enough to speak fluently, the girl's intelligence and natural skill with people came to the forefront. It was something that had always been there, just hidden behind the language barrier. She could easily tempt customers to order more than they intended, to leave better tips, and she always had her customers leaving with a huge smile. After a while, Yasmin did take notice of this, and she suggested that the girl take on an increased role in the tavern, something like a manager, if you will. It wasn't long after this that she caught the girl practicing her dancing, something that she continued to do despite everything. Yasmin was impressed by her talent and gave her the chance to perform on the tavern stage. The girl relished the chance for her dance to be seen, and the performance brought an incredible change to the tavern. Word of her spread quickly, and she became known as the Star of the Sands. The girl, with her incredible charisma, stage presence, and natural business savvy, increased the customer base so much that Yasmin came to the decision to offer her the chance to buy the tavern if she could save the money by herself. A sort of last test, if you will. The girl worked hard, performing more, charming more tips from patrons, and doing many other things besides. She did eventually save the money she needed, and Yasmin sold her the tavern. She had pretty much been running the business for a while herself anyway, so it wasn't even really that much of a transition. But now that it was hers, she changed the name of the tavern. I called it Silver Star, after a nickname that my mother gave me when I was a child.
Boulder kind of nods along and looks up. He hasn't looked away since you started telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
But he does reach a hand out very slowly to place it on Hoshimi's shoulder, provided they don't pull away.
She does.
She does. All right, he places the hand up and just speaks as, no matter how well trained or friendly an animal may be, if it is starving, it'll do what it must. It is not malicious. It is not evil. It is survival. I am happy your story had a happy ending.
Oh, but my story's not over yet, is it? There's always more to tell. Always more to experience.
That's the beauty of life. A never-ending story.
I
Thank
can
you.
accept my life as it is. I just hope it becomes better in the future.
Well, you seem to be with good people. If you stick with them, I believe that hope can become reality.
Hoshimi kind of gives him a half smile.
Yeah, he kind of nods his head sideways and says, "Your payment is received. If you are uncomfortable, please, you may return to your kind or solitude or whatever it is you prefer."
Thank you.
Stalin, when he's returning, he just sees Hoshimi to like move past and just moves out of the way to let her pass.
DM question, by the way. Where is the exit to the mine that we came in? Like, where's the entrance? Is it over
Yeah,
here
I
or
was
is it over
wondering
there?
the same thing myself.
The entrance is over here.
Oh, okay. So I'm actually going to be towards the entrance in private over here for 1 second.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where Adrian and Seven are?
Follow the
Uh,
bird
that-
rustling noises?
Yeah, Olwen points towards this area.
I think
What?
seven went to go sort of nest. They're over here. And
Hey.
she points in the direction.
See. So he's gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian? Seven?
Mm-mm.
I can't actually see down there. I wanted to ask you two about something.
Sure. Adrian lifts up Seven's wing. I'll be right back.
She should come too. I said both of you.
Ooh.
Seven's kind of dead asleep.
I see.
She's a little tired right now.
I see. About my earlier proposal, I wanted to get everyone's thoughts in it. I was able to speak to Flint earlier while Hoshimi was paying Boulder, and he said he had reservations, so I thought it would be better if he could share that with everyone.
Regarding the proposal of us splitting up when we get to directing it?
Only temporarily. I wanted to make it look like we're split up. I'm not suggesting... I should make it clear this is not me trying to suggest going on my own again.
I'm not exactly sure, because I definitely want this. I definitely want this group to stick together.
Uh-oh.
The only thing is that
That. Sorry.
the only thing is that if we end up splitting up, we might miss something important.
That was the purpose of the disguise. If we disguise some of us, then we can regroup, but it'll look like different people. It'll look, instead of it looking like you and I have reunited, it'll look like you've simply met some random half-elf at a tavern. I'm assuming you can make me look like a half-elf, he says to Hoshimi.
Hoshimi's actually kind of just leaning against the wall, and you can tell that she's not ignoring you this time. She just looks like she's lost in her thoughts.
I see. But I am not the best at explaining my thoughts to other people. I tend more to just do what my plan is and not care what other people's opinions of it. But since I'm part of the group, I'm attempting to explain myself. Apologies if I am not entirely succeeding on it. My point is, you are correct that we don't want to legitimately split up. The closest I would think is simply us taking separate carriages into Directian, but then yes, I agree that we would want to regroup as soon as possible. But while we're in public, I think it would be good to make the appearance that we split up ages ago, that we aren't working together.
Well, if that's the case, depending on where we end up out of the mountain range, either if it's Optimar or if we somehow make it to the Galgori Forest, there should be a separate post where we could take separate carriages, and we could go on our separate ways after that.
I see. Can I ask you what you think I'm proposing in your words?
Sure.
What do you think I'm proposing in your own words?
Throw off the scent. Expecting the worst. Expecting Hollyhock or one of his one of his goons from catching whiff of us, if I can understand.
And that means he kind of like plentifully and like, sorry, I am again not good at this. I'm not proposing that we legitimately split up. That would only weaken our effectiveness. That's clear, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Just when you mentioned about us going our separate ways, I thought you assumed that I was legitimately proposing that this group would come to an end.
No, of course not.
Of course.
We are...
Alright.
We are Elastima Fuine, after all.
Oh, good lord, we've got a name. Alright, but yes. Elastini should keep in shadow. I'm thinking also, you, myself, and Owen, we have the most reason to be in Directian, so for the most part, we should go undisguised, but in public, we should probably try to avoid meeting up with each other. As far as anyone else knows, we just happen to all come to Directian for our own personal reasons. You, your research, Owen hunting Hollyhock, and, well, I am the Directian champion after all.
Wait, that was wrong.
What about me?
That is actually a good question. Hoshimi, what would you suggest?
I'm not certain what to do about 7, to be honest.
Okay, I know this might sound bad, but, I have a good idea.
I'm
maybe
listening.
for her. So Adrian is an adventurer and a researcher and stuff like that. We could pass her off as something interesting he discovered on his travels, and he would take her. He could be taking her to the where his the Grand Mage of Directian might be.
That might work. We wouldn't be able to stop. Yes.
Yeah, again, 7 is seeming to comprehend a lot of this, and you can tell her brow is frowning a little bit.
What I think he means is, he looks towards 7. We would need your help in this, and you'd be going to somewhere where you could be safe.
So you want me to pretend to be your experiment?
No, not an experiment.
She squawks.
Not an experiment. Someone that you are someone who I met and who has value. Not monetary value. Emotional value.
You're special.
I want to be like you.
It's true.
Okay.
Oh, so I can't make that joke, but when you make it, it's fine.
I don't want to be different. I want to be like you. I'm just like all of you.
And you are. But the thing is, others might not perceive that. I am not sure what Directian's going to say. I mean, we've had experiences with other creatures, dragons, fey creatures, Adrian's thinking off top of his head. Dryads, I think, at one point.
The last time I recall hearing record of a griffin in Directian, it was at Regent Hana's coronation, and she sent them right back to NASA.
How did I miss a story like that?
Well, basically, it was a not even a well-intentioned, a gift gone wrong. And she's like, nope, I'm not doing that. So, yeah.
I see.
I get it. I get it. I'll follow your lead.
For what it's worth, 7, the disguise I'm thinking of for myself would actually put you in a higher position than me.
Okay.
Because
Speaking...
at least you'd still be able to talk.
Flint, you said you were... Wait, where's Flint? He just looks down and sees the note. Alright then.
Sim looks down and looks like they bought the note, and he says, "The cat has played the fiddle. Move out."
Sybil, you haven't given your thoughts on the idea.
Oh, I was just entranced by a conversation with Boulder, that's all. Were we talking about something else?
Out of character, I actually didn't know he was speaking to Boulder because my eyes were not on the chat. Sorry about that.
Basically,
So, what's...
did you... Oh, sorry. But basically, Shylin was thinking that some of us should be in disguise while we're in Directian, in order to sort of make it look like we're not the same people that, the big bad, the little bad guy was chasing after. So that way we wouldn't all be targets. At least that's my best understanding. What do you think about it?
How am I so bad at explaining myself?
You are afraid of being caught? Or is it more you are afraid of being ostracized?
Neither. How am I so bad at explaining myself? I'm afraid that Hollyhawk has been one step ahead of us the whole time. I'm afraid that he's going to expect us all coming, but we haven't exactly gotten along. It would be convincing that it would be plausible, I should say, that we might have split up or separated before getting to Directian. I want to make it look like exactly that happened. That we aren't all in one big group. If he is expecting us to be alone and separate, he might make a mistake. At the very least, he'd be far more cautious if he knows that all 7 of us are coming at him as a united force. It seems like he has known things that we haven't from the start. It might be nice for us to have It might be nice for us to obscure some knowledge from him for once. Did that make any sense, or is it once again clear as mud?
I think so. This is much more important to you than I had realized.
A child is in the
But
hands. Sorry.
But I wonder what might happen to each of us if we weren't there to help one another when things go awry.
Again, I am not suggesting that we legitimately split up.
Okay, look, Shylin, I think basically what people are trying to say is that, the disguise thing, sure, sounds great, but maybe not even the splitting up in public thing. Just stick together. I mean, I can tell you right now that Hollyhock is probably going to be onto. If I'm with you, he's going to be interested, okay? There's a reason, and I still haven't figured it out, but there's a reason that he's only kidnapped me of my unit. I don't know why he's fascinated with me, if he is, or if he isn't. But he seems to target me, so no matter what happens, if you guys are with me, you could be a liability. I don't...
Oh, when you are hunted.
I am the hunter and the hunted, in ways. With Hollyhock, it's really just up to what he wants, and I don't really have control over it.
And I can't ask you to be the bait.
No
You
sane
are-
hunter would hunt an individual in a pack. Stay together. Stay safe.
Thing is, we kind of want him to hunt one of us. We want to draw him out, not keep him hidden.
The thing is that while he's right that a pack may be safer, he may actually like hunting a pack more because it would present more of a challenge. He likes hard games and puzzles. And he seems to be looking for something to test his intellect and superiority.
All right.
He's just like that.
Would that not make the disguise idea redundant then? After all, it doesn't matter if it's a large group of us or just a large group in general. If he knows you are surrounded by 7 other people at all times.
If the rest of you feel safer in a disguise, I won't discourage it. But
you just said that it wouldn't matter who it is as long as they're around you, unless you went by yourself and the rest of us followed behind you, observing but not being seen near you.
As you mentioned, the 3 people who have business in Directian are perhaps the most.
look, there are all 4 of the people who do not have business in Directian are very unique individuals, where a disguise may benefit them in order to not be targeted by people other than Hollyhock. I've dealt with hate groups, with serial kidnappers. Someone could look at Sybil and be upset about it. Someone could try and hurt Hoshimi. Someone may try and take 7 from us. The disguises are a good idea, just not exactly fully for solely the reason just of Hollyhock.
Of course. Still, if we are still going with that, I think at the very least, if Hoshimi can keep herself off the table, having...
What's that?
I said, if you can at least keep yourself off the table, having someone with your resources in Directian that Hollyhock does not know about would certainly be beneficial to us.
Let me ask you something then. Do you think it would look strange if the professor suddenly had a familiar?
I do not know, Adrian.
Adrian's fallen asleep.
I suppose
That's adorable.
we shall ask him in the morning.
Yes, I'll be right back. I need some air.
All right.
Nice.
Okay,
That was just as good as my crafting check before. Good job.
Woo!
Yee. Okay, so Hoshimi, as you pass by this little intersection, you smell something coming from this coming from this direction. And it is rank.
Oh.
Oh, God! What is that?
Hoshimi? Are you okay?
Is everything alright?
That smell!
Olwen pulls out her gun, just in case. Where's it coming from?
Hoshimi points.
Is it... Okay, so it's south.
Yes. Yes, it's coming from the...
Alright.
Okay, I'm seeing, and Hoshimi lets out a very loud gasp.
What is it? Oh, my.
How fascinating.
Okay, Hoshimi turns into a fox and she takes off running to go get Seven and Adrian.
Alright.
Okay, so, okay. That's odd.
Yeah. So, yeah, you see
That's the name of my feet.
Yeah, so you see a bunch of dead bodies crammed in here, as well as, yeah, they seem... so, yeah, they seem like they were attacked by an animal, and
How did I not smell that?
Do they seem devoured or just killed?
They seem like they were... They seem like they were just killed.
I would
Okay,
like
so
to...
that is... Wait, hang on. Sorry. Clarifying something. Josh, remember, that's odd is something that isn't obvious.
Oh, yes. You're looking... So, you're looking at this, and you see... off in the corner there's a small crate. And it appears to... And... You walk over to it, and you open it. And you see that it contains a bunch of, It contains a bunch of weird little sticks.
Stay close to me or someone, Shaylin.
Whoa.
All right.
Alright.
What do these little
uh-oh.
sticks look like?
It's looks like it's about a foot long. It's got a little bit of gold on the tip.
Coup sticks?
Let me have a look at that.
Can you show Can you send me some sort of example if you have one?
Also,
I don't really have one. I don't really have one.
Okay.
Can I roll nature or survival or something to see if I can identify what happened to these bodies? Like if the attacks mark and remind me of an animal or some nearby creature?
Oh, also, I will roll I guess perception or investigation or what do you think?
Okay. If you're gonna do forensic analysis, you need to do medicine.
Medicine.
So I'm specific. Oh, for you.
That's for me.
And if you're gonna do forensic analysis of medicine, if you want to find out maybe what kind of creature may have killed them, that's nature.
Cool.
I have balls all in nature, so I will do forensic.
I got you. Don't worry.
I do not got nothing, so I'll focus. You know what? I'm gonna roll my perception to focus on the stick things. How about that, Josh? I'll roll my perception to look at those sticks with the gold. Please be good.
I rolled a stick.
12.
Plus 7.
Sorry.
So starting off in the beginning, Boulder, with your nature check, you do see some mountain lion bite marks on them.
Okay, but there's like 7 or 8 bodies in here?
Yeah. There's like 7 or 8 bodies in here. You do see mountain lion bite marks on them, but one thing that you don't see is mountain lion scratches.
Okay. This is strange. The bodies show partial attacks of mountain lion, but mountain lions tend to pin their victims, leaving claw marks. They wouldn't strictly bite them. And this might not be something that, I don't know, Josh, you can stop me, but being a druid, and knowing how that wild morph exists, would I be able to come to a conclusion that perhaps these are almost like were lions or something like that, or druid partial morphing? Just as a theory.
Make a nature check.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not asking right or wrong, just as
Yeah.
if it's possible to come to that.
Yeah.
Nature 2, Electric Boogaloo. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Woo, not bad.
All right. So you've heard of them, but you've heard of them, you're aware of their existence, and I mean, it isn't that. Yeah, it could be. It could very well be that.
Boulder stands up from investigating and looks around at everyone in the room and says, "It's possible this is far beyond simple animals," and he
Boulder himself does spend a focus point to cast Wild Shape, just changing his head. The pebbles and rocks of his head rearranged to form that of a lion head, while holding his hands up with no claws, and then reverts back. There are those out there with these abilities.
That's not comforting. Oh boy.
This is the third place we've been to where something bad happened.
Yes, it seems to be a trend.
Oh, the investigation on the sticks?
Investigation on the sticks. In order to identify what those are, that would be a crafting check if you are trained in it.
I think, yeah, I'm trained. I'm like 80% sure I'm trained. Yeah, I'm so trained. That's how I cook things, because I'm a woman, get in the kitchen. There you go.
Nice roll.
Hey.
All right. Once the shock has worn off, you take a look at one of these, and you recognize them as sun rods. Occasionally, you have used these or seen people use them whenever they didn't have a torch. They're basically torches, except they go for a little bit longer than usual.
Did you seriously throw glow sticks in here?
No, I'm pretty sure that's actually like in the official
Yeah.
Sunrod's been around for a while.
They threw glow sticks in here.
Oh yeah, when I played a human in the Nine Hells, it was great to have some sun rods on hand.
Okay, so how you activate them is you actually strike them onto a. They're kind of like flares.
Oh, okay.
Like flares that last like a really, really long time.
Okay, so basically, for what I want to get it is that you jut the bottom end of the stick, and then the top part will light up.
Yeah.
All right.
And so Olwen has noticed these and noticed that a couple of them are missing. This is supposed to be a full case.
Someone might still be here.
Toss me one of
Nobody
them.
goes alone. Everybody stays in a minimum of a pair.
And by the way, am I glowing? Is Adrian glowing?
Understood.
Yes. So because it's a little dark, so just casting light so Shylin can see.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a reaction for the sword.
No.
Okay, so Olwen does as Adrian asked and tosses him one. She also tosses one over to Shylin because
thanks,
puny human. Man, I wish my medicine check had been better. How many bodies are there?
Let's see. While there are some bones here that have obviously been here for a long time, the bodies that are recent are 3.
Okay.
Whatever's out there is taking bodies back in here. Josh, when was the last time I stayed or went through this mine with a group?
About 5 days ago.
And this was not here? Or at least we never came in this way?
Yeah, you guys never came into this way because you really never had a reason to.
Gotcha. So
while if you're Boulder, you kind of put two and two together. Like some of these bones have been here for a long time. So if you had come here, you'd probably see those. But these bodies are too fresh.
I worry these could be the people. Do I recognize any of them as people I might have met back at the checkpoint with the lodges?
No.
Okay, so they're not too mutilated to identify?
They're not too mutilated to identify.
Likely just a group trying to travel by itself.
And could we sort of identify which races they might be based on stature and perhaps build?
So,
TM,
based,
Josh.
based, all right, based off of regular stature, based off of regular stature, they are you see humanoid. You see there are some human and one dwarf.
Right.
All right.
The dwarf question: does the dwarf look familiar to me or no?
No, it does not look familiar. Does not look familiar to you.
Okay, just checking.
I'm going to have to
rolling.
Yes!
That is
No!
a 9. I can't tell.
Come on! I saw 20.
All right, it's for some reason that's being silly. But
I'm rolling fire tonight.
And
all right, so okay.
Okay, you saw that I rolled a 20, right? Like,
Yeah,
I did.
I did, and I heard it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna give this to Olwen. You hear Hoshimi. You hear Hoshimi gasp, and you hear her running.
oh no.
It seems like she's it's coming from the entrance of the mine.
Oh no.
Do the rest of us hear that or no?
Olwen hears it the clearest.
I'll follow Olwen, grabbing Shaylin on the way.
All right.
I can see now, I can see now, and he's going to. Oh, for the love of!
Your light source left you.
Sorry.
No, he's got the sun rod. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's more like he hears the gasp and Hoshimi running away, so he's like, "Oh, for the love of!"
Ah! I went the wrong way. I was just going by what seemed right.
All right, but yeah, so yeah, you see Hoshimi. She seems to be like running, running towards the woods.
Jimmy, now is not the time to be a fox.
How cold is it? Is the blizzard still raging?
The blizzard is still raging.
We can't stay out here long.
Seven's giving chase.
Oh boy.
Can I roll perception to see if she can catch the trail? You know what I'm trying to do, Josh.
Yes.
Damn it, that roll.
Looking over at Flint, being one of the two people who wasn't in the room, Boulder will ask, "What is going on? What were you two doing out of the cave?"
I mean, Zoo needed fresh air, so I just.
Flint.
That's.
Oh.
It's not important, okay?
It's not important. Did someone tell you what we found within?
Hoshimi told me.
Then you know that everything is important right now.
Flint, is it simply a personal matter, or does it concern what we found?
Flint looks at his notebook. It's a personal matter.
All right, I'll hold you to that.
Thanks.
Okay, Evan is obviously going off in chase of Hoshimi. Flint, do you think you might be able to figure out what she's doing?
Wait, who's doing? Can you say that again?
Hoshimi ran off. We're trying to find her.
Oh yeah. Well, if she ran off, should that be would that be nature or perception or what?
All right. So if you're it's not going to be that. It's like she's relatively easy to find. It's relatively easy to track someone who's making tracks in the snow, even in a blizzard. So.
Okay.
So
no need for like survival or anything.
No, yeah, no real need. Everyone's just charging forward, and yeah, there is as you find you see Hoshimi, just sitting in the snow, and she seems to be cradling a small fox, and just kind of shaking it.
Yeah, Charlene kind of
Hoshi?
freezes when he approaches.
Hoshi?
No. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Please.
What happened?
You're okay.
Hey! Relax. What happened?
No, Hoshimi is trembling and she's crying and she seems too panicked to respond to you.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on a second. If it's an animal that she's cradling, I'll handle this.
Boulder will keep looking in all directions, keeping an eye out for potential threats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flint, the second you try to reach for this fox, Hoshimi immediately snaps to attention, and the symbol in her eye flares up, and she's immediately snarling at you.
Observe it from a safe distance. Got it.
Stay away! Stay away from him!
I'm just wanna help, but okay.
All right, so Flint, your a cursory look at the fox is that the fox is not deceased. However, it does not look like it's in good shape, and
This is...
you could and so you can elect to share that with Hoshimi as best you can.
This is probably going out on a limb, but could I try to roll a diplomacy check to at least try to calm it down?
Yeah, that would probably be
yeah.
the best idea.
Yeah.
Alright, let's hope I don't get a terrible roll again.
How good's your mod?
Pretty high, but my rolls have been consistently horrible this entire campaign, so hoping for a change for a while.
Borrow some luck from Ash!
Come on,
Yeah.
good luck.
Alright.
Good luck.
Hey Ash,
Yep.
I'd like a cup of luck, please.
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh, come on!
Rest in peace!
Given that it's Shylin and Hoshimi, that's kinda...
Yeah. Can I say that he just basically freezes up and wants to help but doesn't really know what to say because his diplomacy is all about manipulating good sirs and madams at the courtroom?
Okay,
that be
may
deception?
Evan try?
Yeah, try it. You're both animals. Maybe you can help.
Okay,
Go
there was
for it.
something I could do. I thought there was something I could do. I have this ability. I know I do. 1 second. Josh, I have this ability that you and I talked about a while back.
Alright. Okay, let's take a look.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna use that and roll.
Okay. Yep, roll diplomacy.
Be good. Not bad.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say. Okay, I'm just gonna say roleplay this. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hoshi? I know you don't trust Flint with animals, but he's not hurt me once, and you know this. And if your friend is hurt, he could help. Do you have the ability to help him? Because if you do, we'll leave you alone. But if you don't, please, Hoshi, we don't want anything bad to happen to him.
I've never hurt an animal in my life. You could trust me.
Shylin's actually going to do something potentially a little unusual. He's going to slowly, carefully move closer to Hoshimi, and he's basically going to lay both of his sabers on the ground near her, then step back. If it'll help you feel safe, take my fangs.
Hoshimi looks at the swords, then she looks at Seven, and she looks at Flint, and her eyes seem a little less wild, but the panic in them has not subsided. Help him.
Josh, how far away am I from the group and what's going on?
You're not too far away. You're not too far away from the group. It's like both you and Olwen are scoping around the area, and what's kind of spooky about when you both are just looking around and you're trying to see what may have attacked this fox. You don't see any tracks other than the tracks that the fox has made.
Can I see the fox in Hoshi's arms and its current condition?
Yes.
Okay. From 30 feet away, I would like to cast a 2-action heal on the fox.
Alright.
I was actually about to roleplay something with Hoshimi before you waste a spell slot.
Okay.
Sure, go for it.
She looks up at Flint, and there's nothing but sheer desperation and terror in her eyes. Help him. Please help him.
I will do everything I can. And Flint actually kneels down. He looks directly at her with just like, you can trust me eyes, and then immediately kneels down in front of the fox. And would that be a medicine check to check it, or a nature check?
That would be medicine.
Perfect. My highest.
But you can actually use. I was gonna.
Oh,
Never mind.
sorry.
It's fine because if you look at your dedication, you can actually use nature in place of a medicine check.
Oh, okay. Because actually, that was a good check, though.
Yeah, it was a good check, though. Anyways, you're giving this thing a cursory examination, and so yes, the fox is that you've confirmed that the fox is alive, but its pulse is very faint, and it seems like it was. It seems like almost like it's been starving.
Oh no. The poor thing's malnourished. We need to give it something to eat.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Sean starts fishing out. Could he give it one of its rations?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically grabs a ration out and immediately hands it to Flint.
And then Flint actually gives the food to Hoshimi to give to the fox.
No, Hoshimi gently nudges at him. Hey, can you hear me? Please, can you hear me?
You see that you see the nose kind of twitch as the fox smells the food, and it just kind of very weakly opens its mouth, and it doesn't really move after that. So you kind of get the feeling that it needs a little bit of help eating.
Okay, Hoshimi actually tears part of whatever dried meat is in the rations off of the mouth. She chews it a little, and then she gives it to the fox to help him eat it easier.
Do we have any of those ration potions? That way he wouldn't have to worry about that?
We didn't grab any.
I have a lot of rations. I've kind of been hoarding. Seven pulls out all of her rations.
Yeah,
Hoshimi isn't even paying attention. She's just completely focused on feeding this fox.
Yeah.
We appreciate that, Seven, though. Thank you.
If he needs more, we'll definitely take you up on that. But why don't you give one of those to Shylin since he just gave up his?
I'm fine. I eat lightly anyway.
Seven
we have
still
to get him
hands
out
him
of-
one.
We have to get him out of the cold. Please. We have to get him out of the cold.
All right.
Silent.
Yeah, he's gonna hand Hoshimi his cape again because that could be used as like a blanket to wrap him up for now.
And Flint blows some hot air from his nostrils into it to make it as warm as possible, and then he's gonna wrap them both up in it.
Adrian's waving the sun rod that he struck on the ground, so to basically give them away towards, like, walk this way.
Yeah.
Yep, they're gonna follow.
And Flint whispers in to Hoshimi, "In case this doesn't last, keep it warm with your body heat. That's the most natural way to make sure this stays alive."
Hoshimi's not even listening to you. She just keeps on whispering to the fox. It's okay. I've got you. It's okay. Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
Boulder actually calls out to Olwen. Olwen, would you mind investigating something with me? I don't plan to go far, but I'd like to follow the fox's tracks and see if anything nearby happened to it.
No!
And then
No.
he turns to Hoshi in response. Just,
No, please. Just... No. We should stay together. We need to stay together.
Boulder will look to Olwen for the final decision.
This is very out of character for her, so the fact that she's so scared makes me a little concerned as to what might actually be out there. If it's something dangerous that could attack us, I think at least one of us, or in this case 2 of us, actually should go look. Hoshimi, I understand that you're scared right now. We'll be okay. We need to find out what hurt him. Don't we?
Hoshimi pulls the fox a little tighter against her chest, and you can see that there's actually tears streaming down her face now. Whatever did this to him, you won't be able to handle it. Please, just we have to go back to the mine. We have to at least take shelter for the night. Just give me that. At least give me that.
We won't be trying to fight it, Hoshimi. But we need to know what is out there. Whatever's going on threatens this mountain. It threatens my home. I need to know what it is.
I swear we will not fight it.
Hey, Shylin, maybe it might be time to test out your split up the party plan. Half of us go investigate, half of us stay with the fox.
Alright.
I'll stay with Hoshi.
I ask only the fastest and stealthiest join us. Should things come down to it, hiding and running may be the best option.
I'm definitely the fastest.
All right, so if we're going by fastest and stealthiest, that would mean that Olwen is stealthy and quick, Shylin is stealthy and quick, Seven's staying with Steven is staying. I'd probably say that Flint is also staying because he's going to be Mr. Mr. Doctor.
Yes.
Probably Sybil's going to stay with Hoshimi for I could probably imagine a few reasons why. And Adrian, Adrian, I could see going either way. What are you gonna do?
Adrian's looking around, so just double checking. It's Shylin, Boulder, and Olwen that's going to investigate currently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flint actually puts a hand on Adrian's shoulder and looks him in the eyes. They'll probably be warmer with you.
That is true. You are the best source of heat we have.
Adrian unsheaths his sword.
Which
and,
is
and takes
actually why it might be better for you to stay with the hypothermic fox.
No, they have Flint. Flint can breathe fire.
Yeah. I can warm the fox and also give it medical attention, but they need you. I'm especially Boulder. He can't survive out here.
I'll be fine for a short time.